guys, welcome back to Astroways. Last episode we talked about... Now, if you haven't watched our last episode, don't watch this one. Go back, watch our last episode, then come back. With our Bazi chart course, you better stick with the order. Go from number 1 to 36. Don't skip. Otherwise, you'll be very messed up. Our last episode, we talked about how we can find our lucky and unlucky elements in an abnormal way. Why do I say abnormal way? Because the normal procedure would be first identify what kind of chart you have. If you have a weak chart, then supporting elements would be your lucky elements, or sometimes we call them favorable elements. If you have a strong chart, then opposing elements would be your favorable elements. That's if you have a healthily simple, normal chart. But not everyone has an easy and straightforward chart. So most of the time, after we identify if a chart is strong or weak, the second thing we do is not to come to the conclusion of the lucky or unlucky element yet, not just yet. Before we come to that conclusion, we need to identify if there's any illness in your chart. Now, don't take this the wrong way. Most of our charts, we have certain level of illness. Just like our body, no one is perfectly healthy. We all get sick from time to time. The most important thing is we need to know what happens to us and where is the cure. If you don't identify the illness, you just simply think you have a weak chart and you need supporting elements, then it's like skinny person needs to eat food trying to gain weight, but he may forget the goal is not to gain fat, the goal is to gain muscle, the goal is to gain strength, not fat. So this is very important. Identify the illness of your chart before identifying what your favorable and unfavorable elements are, okay? So once you've done those steps, identify what your favorable element is. Say it's wood, right? So what do? This is the most frequently asked question by all my clients. Not even one of the most, it is the most frequently asked question. Because the goal for chart reading is to know what element can benefit us and how do we enhance its power. How can we get this lucky element? If I know my lucky element is wood, how do I grab hold of it? Now, with this video, watch this video, you won't need to ask me this question anymore. You won't need to ask anyone this question anymore. How do I grab hold of my favorable element? I'm telling you now, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do except wait for the luck pillar to come to join your natal chart. Other than that, there's nothing you can do to grab hold of your favorable element. Why am I saying this? Now, most metaphysicians, I'd say 99% and 100% of the online, whatever analysis you generate, they'll tell you wear certain colors of clothes, carry certain materials, do certain types of jobs, hang out with certain types of people. They'll benefit you. They'll enhance your luck, enhance the power of your favorable element. Right, okay, so if my favorable element is wood, I'll have to wear green clothes every day. I'll carry a wooden handbag with me. I'll decorate my house with plants everywhere, wooden couch, wooden toilet, wooden ceiling. I'll eat salad every day. I'll only hang out with people who have wood day masters. I'll go to the forest every day. I'll go live in the forest because that's where my lucky element is. Right, this all sounds crazy, but it's doable. I can do it for the sake of my luck. I can do it. But have you thought about this? How can those wood merged into your chart? How can a green t-shirt give you wood element? Queen Elizabeth used to wear the whole Pantone collection of clothes. So some days she's lucky and some days not. And hanging out with people who has wood day masters, that's somebody else's day master. It can't be yours. And that wood certainly won't run into your chart either. Also, decorating your house with wood everywhere, that might break the feng shui pattern if you put it in the wrong place, which might actually bring you bad luck if you're not careful with this. And what about my career? I'll do a wood job. I'll go cut grass. I'll become a teacher. I'll become a farmer if that can benefit me. I always say this to my clients. If you're supposed to be rich, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll be rich. If you're supposed to be poor, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll be poor. The world's top rich people, their jobs are all finance related. Do they all have metal as their favorable element? Also, some jobs you can't possibly identify their element. Restaurants, we all think it's fire because you cook food on fire. But what if I wash dishes more often than I cook? Am I doing a water job then? And what if my restaurant's foods are cooked underground? I make 1,000-year lamb. I buried it underground. Is it an earth job then? And what if the restaurant I own is investment only? I also invest in 10 other restaurants. Then is it only finance related? Is it metal then? Sometimes jobs are not easy to identify them with just one single element. Even if you did, how can the job element merge into your chart? And to be honest, if you want to be one of the top rich people, you're going to have to touch finance. It's going to have to be metal. What if metal is your unfavorable element? You can't do this then. So what I'm trying to say is, don't believe so easily when people say to you, wear this, wear that, you earn more money, do this, do that, you'll be more successful. Hang out with this person, that person, they have what they can benefit you. You may say, oh, I do feel better when I'm wearing a green dress. I feel better when I'm sitting on a wooden toilet. Things go faster for some reason. That's your confidence level has changed because you feel better thinking that wearing this gives you more power. You're more energized, more confident, not because this dress is giving you more wood. There's a fine line between metaphysics and superstition. Believing that wearing certain colors, carrying certain objects, and hanging out with certain people can give your chart more lucky element is superstition. Metaphysics is not a religion. Bazi chart is not a religion. I don't encourage you to believe in things blindly. I don't work with theories, I work with science and data. What is science related to metaphysics is us as human beings, how the energy of our body reacts to the planets in the universe. And what is data relating to metaphysics is how many charts I read, what do they have in common, what's proven that it really affects the chart owner and what's not. A lot of people ask me what books I have read to gain knowledge. I do read a lot of books, but I never tell you or recommend you guys to read any books because I don't want you to believe in theories without practice. If I tell you I've read books A and B, you'd see them as a reference book and would potentially misjudge things based on what you've read. Okay, so if you really want to know what book I read, there's one I can recommend to you, which is called di36. If you read Chinese, this is the one to read. If not, there's nothing I can recommend. But be careful, this book was from the year 1848. A lot of theories in this book you can't apply to modern society. You have to understand them in a different way. And that's why I'm here, not recommending you to blindly believe in anything, not recommending you any materials. You need to know why and how things happened, not based on a book saying that's going to happen, but based on your data analysis and understanding. Back to our topic today. Now you may ask, so all you're saying is there's nothing we can do to help us to enhance the power of our favorable element, or there's nothing we can do to avoid bad luck that our unfavorable element comes. Well, yes and no. What I'm trying to say is, don't believe in what people tell you about colors, numbers, those things. Those things can only help you to bring up your confidence level psychologically, not an actual help. What can actually help you is, first, you need to know why you need certain element. Why wood is your favorable element? You need wood because you're too proud and too lazy doing nothing and you need restrictions to push you to achieve something? Or you need wood because it's your supporting element and you have been very depressed for years and you need some resource? The 5 elements are not some material stuff you can touch. They represent different mindsets and behaviors you have. You know what mindset and behavior you need to be able to achieve certain things. That's how you can improve your situation. Also, if you want something more tangible and easier, do a feng shui reading for your living and working environment. It's going to benefit you a lot as well. The chi flow of the place you live and work is very important to your physical and mental health. And a good feng shui layout or decoration can benefit you in the most efficient way. Of course, I have both chart reading, feng shui reading, and many other services for whenever you need. Okay guys, that's all for today. If you want to have your whatever reading with me, you can email me at astroways.info@gmail.com or find me on Facebook at Astroways. If you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to know more about metaphysics, please subscribe my channel and I'll keep you updated.